Hello everyone, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, here to bring you a Divine Masculine reading. We'll have a look and see what's going on in the world of the masculine energies this week. We shall see. There was a great deal of conflict and warring type energies last week. Very masculine type energies last week that were coming through, and quite discombobulating, disconcerting for many. Anyway, let's see how we go. Let's see what is actually going on in the world of the masculine on his journey. Well and truly on his journey, the masculine is right now, actually moving away from conflict and strife and war, is what I'm hearing. So that's amazing at the moment. Just also, yeah, so new beginnings on, like, taking action on that too. Like, taking action on a new way of looking at things, a new way of being creative about how he actually does move forward. Going within and finding the quietude and the solitude that's needed so that he can move forward in a way that is, you know, not quite so warlike, if that makes any sense. What else do we have? Yep, coming out of conflict, strife, war, coming into these beautiful new energies of the Wands, which is literally about idealism, but also taking action upon that idealism. So kind of like going within, finding the ideal, finding what it is that he needs to do to move forward in these new earth energies, and actually finding a new way of being, which he's not kind of used to, because, you know, he's always been very attached to the 3D matrix world, but the matrix is actually shifting and changing and literally creating a lot of discord and conflict and chaos. And in that chaos, he's actually moving like this huge ball of fire that's kind of like pregnant with so much possibility. It's just this huge ball of fire that's literally coming out. And then as I close my eyes, I just see this image of peace coming through, which is exactly what it is that he needs to move into, which is a greater sense of peace coming from within. And look at this, we have the card of the Phoenix there. So literally that is about fire. There's a lot of fire energy, lots of passionate type of sexual energy and I was going to say masochism. No, that's not the word. What's the word? Masculine energy. Anyway, so yeah, and also his third eye is beginning to awaken, and so be prepared for a lot of things that are happening in the world, for a lot more people to awaken, because as the masculine energies begin to sort of shift and change and become this ball of energy that literally will burst forth, what it will bring will be so much more clarity and understanding of literally what has been going on for millennia, and how he has actually been asleep to that and kind of dropped the reins and dropped the ball a little bit and kind of has left it all up to the feminine, because, you know, he was in denial of that, and, you know, stuck in this state, this stagnant state. Now it's kind of like, now he's beginning to awaken, and this ball of energy is just going to, it's like this fiery ball of energy is going to just blast forward. And so what's going to then happen is this driving force, this masculine driving force, this masculine energy will literally come forth and literally blast through into truth. So a lot of people will begin to awaken, and that is because of the driving force of that masculine energy that is wholly about providing, protecting, and, you know, allowing to bring that truth through. Because for the masculine, he follows the feminine, he holds the line, but what he actually also then does is provide that protection, provide sustenance for that, and to actually also to provide the momentum forward. So what is actually happening is that masculine energy is that driving force, that momentum behind the access to actual truth and awakening. So I feel like that kind of masculine energy will be the momentum for the awakening, for a lot more people to awaken. And masculines are amazing. Like the masculine energy that's coming through is like really beginning to leave a lot of that old matrix world behind. It's kind of like what used to sustain him no longer does. And so, you know, and so that matrix world can lead to disconnection. He is now beginning to sort of connect to the essence of that masculine energy, which is about providing, protecting, and holding the line so that others may actually begin to access their understanding of truth and who they really are. So it's kind of like allowing, with this energy, okay, so what I'm hearing is, this energy is kundalini energy, okay? So the fireball that I was actually seeing lies in this area here. Oh, that's interesting, because last week, the energy that was in around here that I was clearing was really intense and very, very painful. And it was in this area here. So what that masculine energy is, like this ball of fire at the base of the spine, which is where the kundalini lies, the sleeping serpent lies. When it starts to arise, it becomes like this ball of energy and this ball of fire. And when it is released, it will literally fly up the spine, and it can literally feel like whipping snakes of fire up your back, which I've had before. And so that's literally what is going on the planet at the moment. But this is happening in our psyches, this is happening in our emotional bodies, it's happening in our physical bodies, all of it tying into to sacredness, and also tying into the connection with source, presence, and all that is, which is literally, once that awakens, that will literally be the driving force that that leads to awakening. And it is all coming from that masculine energy of fire. And once again we have like the Two of Fire, which is the Two of Wands, which is about literally planning how to take the next steps forward. But that ball of energy, that ball of fire will literally blast through all of us, and it will be come in the form of bursts of energy, sometimes physical pain for some of us as we clear a lot of that stuff so that it can move upwards. That sort of thing does happen as well with the kundalini. So for a lot of us, that energy will be the driving force that will literally move everything forward, on a personal level, on an individual level, and on a world level. As within, so without, as above, so below. So I hope this makes some sort of sense. And also I will say too, I'm getting also, the sun is the masculine, is literally the masculine. The earth is the feminine, the sun is the masculine. Right now, that ball of energy, that atomic energy from the sun is literally blasting forward and blasting out lots of huge amounts of energy that is literally going to precede a lot of the changes that are happening. On an energetic level, it will happen first. And as within, so without, it will be also that connection to that central source, that central sun we have within. And within each and every single cell lies our own universe. The universes upon universes upon universes that have their own sun, which literally will be the energy force within each and every single one of us. Okay, I hope that makes some sort of sense, and I shall see you anon. Bye for now.